Well, good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weekend weather update here on your May the 1st, 2026. Wrapping up Friday with some clouds outside, and we are going to see a little bit of rain, but I don't think we're going to see as much as we were kind of hoping to see with this event. There's a reason for that. I was mentioning this yesterday that the boundary, because of the angle it was coming at us, could shift a little further south, and I think that's what it's trending to do for right now. We do have another chance of rain coming in as we head toward the middle of next week. We'll give you an update on our 7-day forecast here in just a second. Now, before we get into our full report, if you're new here to our YouTube channel and you live anywhere across North Georgia, let me introduce myself as your personal weatherman. I'd love for you to hire me. I'm in the process of trying to build a professional 24-hour weather channel. When you try to do something like this, it's all about the numbers. So please consider subscribing to the channel. And very importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates, because if you don't, YouTube won't let you know anything about it. And you may also want to be alerted whenever we do any kind of live severe weather coverage. All right, I appreciate it. All right, let's get into this update here. So looking at Brasstown Ball, we got a little filtered sunshine coming through up this way. The further north you go, a little better the sunshine. So looking pretty good up here in extreme North Georgia. Come down a little further south to Helen, and got a thicker cloud cover down this way, 60 degrees right down through there. And Lake Lanier also looking at some cloudy conditions as well, as we're going to look at a little rain, but not a ton of it. Again, I was hoping we get a little better rainfall totals out of this, but looks like it's going to favor South Georgia, and let's be fair, they need it down there as well. So as you take a look at our latest drought index, if you didn't see this yesterday, 100% of the state of Georgia is under level 2 drought or above, severe drought or above. That's something that has never happened ever since this index has come out. It started in 2000, so it's the first time for that. And you can see we're already starting to get some level 4 drought up here across extreme northeast Georgia. Look at South Georgia, though. They've got a lot of level 4 drought down there, and they're going to get some nice rains, it looks like, as this next system slides on through the area. Now, looking at the local radar, we're currently all clear here across North Georgia. No problems here. You see a little bit of rain here coming in from the west, but the main rain threat really is going to be coming in for tonight. And you guys up here across northwest Georgia, you may not even get a drop out of this. And I'll show you the model data here in just a second. Satellite picture again showing that filtered sunshine with the clouds kind of thickening up. You're getting these showers and thunderstorms kind of streaming in this direction. And we're going to get a kind of a glancing blow with this as this comes on through. You see the steadier, heavier rains down here across portions of Mississippi into Louisiana and Texas, and I think it's going to favor these southern zones in here. So I think if you're anywhere south of Interstate 20, that's probably where the better rains are going to fall. The further north you go, the less those amounts are going to be, and they're going to diminish and drop off quickly. So obviously this is where the thunderstorm threat's going to be. It's down along the Gulf Coast here. So if you're heading onto the Gulf Coast for the weekend, you may have to dodge some rain down there. This will continue right from now until your Saturday morning, and then this shifts on Saturday into Sunday morning, going into heading over toward Florida. The whole system will be clearing out as we go late in the day on Saturday and into Sunday. And the second half of the weekend really looking very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about our model data here. We're going to be looking at the latest NAM 12Z run here as we're going to go through this. This is kind of a radar representation here of idea what you can look at. And again, we're going to get a little rain. There's a little bit coming, but it's just not a lot of it. You'll notice the lighter colors. The heavier rains are down here favoring the southern zones, okay? So that's where the showers, obviously the thunderstorms are going to be. We're just playing on rain here. So it's just kind of a glancing blow. And again, it looks like if you're south of Interstate 20, that's where the better rains are going to be. This clears on out. By the time we get to, see, the noon hour, we're about done with this, okay? It's clearing on out. We're probably going to see some sunshine clearing by later in the day on Saturday afternoon. And then going into Sunday, it's going to be a bit nippy in the morning. We're talking maybe some 30s up in the mountains, 40s for everybody else, and then we'll still stay in the 60s for the most part going into your afternoon on Sunday. So here's what the rainfall amounts are. Look at the drop-off here. I mean, we've got a big part here in North Georgia not showing anything, and then you got a pretty sharp dividing line in there. So again, we're talking tens of miles here, folks. So basically, I think the better rain chances are going to be basically from metro area Atlanta southward. North of there, it's going to really taper off. So right now, like Gainesville, it's only showing maybe a quarter an inch. So I'm thinking a quarter inch is probably the best we're going to get across North Georgia. But the further south you go, down towards central Georgia, you're getting into like a half inch to an inch. And then the South Georgia area, this is obviously where they need it, seeing much heavier rains down this way. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the temperature profile. I'll show you this. Again, morning lows on Saturday, looking at some 40s and 50s. Daytime highs as everything clears out in the afternoon, bounding into the 60s, and that feels pretty good. But you got to remember we're in May now. we're supposed to be getting into the upper 70s for daytime highs this time of year. And as we go into the overnight, going into your Sunday morning, I mean, we're talking temperatures here getting down into the 30s. There's a 38, there's some 30s, 38, 30. We're getting even some 30s down in here. So, I mean, we're talking temperatures more like March than May right now for your Sunday morning. And then looks like afternoon highs on Sunday afternoon will also be generally here in the 60s. So a cool weekend ahead, but we are going to warm up as we go into the new work week. All right, so let's look at our forecast maps. This is from the National Weather Service. Kind of watch that little yellow highlight area there up there on top as I kind of go through the days of the week as we go into your Saturday. So Saturday, as you can see, and here's our little stamp right there, by the way. See that right up there? Okay, so we're looking a little wet there on Saturday morning. But by the time we get into the afternoon, we're going to drop that thing off. So there you go. Boom, clearing on out of here. And then going into your Sunday morning, we got high pressure building in. So we got a higher on top of us there on Sunday morning. And then not bad for the start of the week. We're going to warm things up Monday and Tuesday. Now, going into Wednesday, we may get some showers and storms moving back in here. Another front coming on in here. And that'll clear us out going into Thursday. So we'll see a drop-off. Although I will say this does not look as cool as previous models were looking. We got high pressure coming back in on Friday. And temperatures will still be below normal, but just not quite as cool as some of the previous model runs were showing there, okay? All right, so let's go wrap this up here. Again, rain chances. Boy, this is a tough one. If you're up toward Dalton, your rain chances are probably 30%, 40%. If you're down toward Gainesville or heading toward Athens, you're probably getting toward 70, 80%. So it's kind of a mismatch across the area. But this is the Gainesville location, 65, 52. We have some afternoon clearing there. Again, so if you're up in this zone up in here, you're not going to see all that much. But again, the further south you go, the better the rain chances are going to be here. Overnight lows here, generally 40s to around 50. Daytime highs, mostly in the 60s. Again, expecting some clearing by the afternoon, probably some sunshine sneaking back in here. The temperatures generally in the 60s. You notice we got upper 60s in the west. I get a little more sunshine there. And then lower 60s in the east because they probably won't clear out until later in the day. All right, regionally looking like this. We got clearing to the west there in Jackson at 70, Nashville 67, Destin 69, as well as Savannah with some thunderstorms, and kind of a chilly, cool day there in Charlotte at 59 degrees. All right, next 7 days, here we go. All right, looking great Sunday and Monday, a little bit on the cool side. Need the jacket mornings there for Sunday and Monday. And we're back up to near normal there on Tuesday. There goes that rain chance on Wednesday, and then a cooling trend back into next weekend. Although right now, next weekend is looking pretty good. 72 and 50, not bad there at the end of the week there on Friday. Now, with that rain chance coming at us here for tonight and tomorrow morning, and of course on Wednesday, you may want to go ahead and download our free weather app. This is a great tool there. North Georgia Majestic Weather. If you're watching there on your phone, go ahead and take a snapshot. Go ahead and do it. There you go. You got it right there. There's a QR code right there. Download that for the Apple Store as well as Google Play. And go ahead and get that download on your phone. It's great. It'll alert you when there's rain in your vicinity. It'll alert you when there's lightning nearby. It'll give you warnings. There's a futurecast where it kind of shows you where they're projecting the rain to fall, weather updates, current conditions, and we're only going to make it better as our new website comes online and supporting it with our own weather, with our own slides as well as weather blog, things like that. We'll be improving it for you guys through time. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate you guys checking us out. I hope you guys have a great and safe weekend. Y'all be good, stay safe. And remember, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We're knocking on the door of 12,000, and I do appreciate you guys helping us out. All right, you guys take it easy. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.